Andrea and Ashley over at Sewspire.com, and we are here today with our weekly studio update. First, let me update you on the yoga bag because you probably think that I forgot that. It is indeed a massive undertaking, but I have made a lot of progress with it. Now, keep in mind the one that I'm going to show you is just so I can get the pattern measurements. Our bag will be much nicer than this. I have that right here, and I have got the outside of this figured out. And so I have the two coat hangers here, but I have figured out the hard part, which was that center compartment. This has absolutely no batting, no interfacing or anything, so it just, I don't even know exactly what it looks like, but ours, I promise you, will be much nicer. So I have those exterior pattern measurements under control. Now I just have to figure out the two inserts, and then I will be able to begin recording that series for you. But in the meantime, this is our inspiration for Saturday's sewing project. And this is a grocery shopping bag, like a reusable shopping bag. And what makes it unique is, let me take out, here's a sneak peek at the Happy Mail giveaway. We'll set that right here. What makes this bag unique is that it has these boxy corners, and then I'm actually not the designer of this. So this is an inspired piece that we're gonna copy and improve. The maker went through and put these little swirly like quilting stitches on there, and then I can tell from feeling it that she has one thin layer of Pellon in between that and the handles. And then how clever is this? She went to the home improvement store and then had, what do you call this? Press board, particle board? You guys probably know what this is. I think it's press board. She had the bases cut for this. So you can see this is a very lightweight bag that will fold up nice. But then when you're shopping and carrying heavy loads, you just put that insert right in the bottom. So what I want to know is how you would like to improve this bag. Right now, I really like the size of this, and I have used the heck out of this bag. You can see it's even starting to wear here on the bottom. So I'm thrilled with the size of this. Again, the purpose of it is for groceries and shopping. It also makes a really great library book bag, which we got summer coming and book season. But if you have specific ways that you'd like to improve this design, let me know before Saturday. Maybe you want it a little bit bigger, and I will work that into our tutorial. We have a fellow member that requested a shopping bag, and I had another project plan, but this one really spoke to me, and I could totally use some shopping bags right now. Ashley helps me with the grocery shopping. With an extra person at home, we're filling up 2 carts with our grocery, and we have to walk upstairs because we have a multi-level house and the kitchen's on the 2nd level. So good, sturdy, wonderful grocery bags are on our wish list. So before we move on, I want Ashley to share with you all some of the fabulous features she's been able to incorporate into our new newsletter, which is called
Behind the Seams. So our Behind the Seams newsletter comes out every Wednesday. So some of you might have gotten last week's as well as this week's newsletter, but if you don't have the newsletter subscription yet, you can go on the website and subscribe, or you can also just see it on the website if you just go to Sewspire.com and hit Behind the Seams. But some of the new things that we're doing is we're featuring creative geniuses. So on our private Sewspire Facebook group, which you can join by going to Sewspire.com, and if you go on the left side when you view that page, you're going to see a secret Facebook logo with an F. You can click that, and then it will take you right to the private group page, which is a page where a lot of really talented and well-developed sewers are posting the type of projects they're making and sharing ideas or getting suggestions. So if you're a very experienced sewer, or if you're even a new sewer, that's a great way for you to interact with the Sewspire community, and also to show what types of things you're also working on if they're the tutorials. But within that newsletter, we're taking some of those photos that are featured of the patterns and designs that my mom's developed and sharing what they've been coming up with. So that's been a lot of fun too.
And a lot of you are coming up with great ways to improve the design, which I absolutely love. And I know a lot of you are selling the designs and you're having a lot of success. So that brings me a ton of joy. So if you are, like Ashley said, a serious sewer, not as an experience, but serious about your sewing, come on over to that private group and you'll be warmly welcomed by a really talented community. And then we have another feature in the newsletter, the Q&As,
Yes.
which are overflow.
So we are live streaming still on Tuesdays at 10 a.m. So the way that the live stream is set up is it's mainly a question and answer session. So people have been submitting their questions to us through the email sewinginspiration@gmail.com or through comments or on different social medias, whether it's our Facebook page or our YouTube, and we're answering those questions as well as the live chat, so you can join in and ask your questions live. But due to time, sometimes we're not able to get to everyone's questions, so the questions that we don't get to, we still want to provide an answer. So all of those will be put into the newsletter in just a written form, so you can submit your questions that way too.
And then we have a new tradition on the live stream that I think is a blast.
Yes, so we're starting the live stream with a segment called What's in Your Mug. So we both will share whatever we're drinking in our mug that morning, as well as ask the audience who's tuning in what's in their mug. So this is something that we want to make a tradition within the Sewspire community. So we encourage you to not only share with us what's in your mug, but take a photo and tag us on social media and use the hashtag What's in Your Mug, so then you can also see what other types of mugs people are having, because we have a community that's all over the world, which is really cool.
It is, and there were some fun things in those mugs.
Yeah.
So that's our new thing, and I think it's pretty fun. And I just want to say thank you, Ashley. You're doing an amazing job.
Thanks, Bob.
I am impressed. I know she's my kid, and I already knew she was great, but I am impressed. Very impressed. And super pleased with the decision to invite you into the studio for the summer.
Thanks, Mom.
And we personally have another little private tradition that we started. We've been going out to lunch. The whole time I've worked in this building, I've never once left for lunch. I kind of like work through lunch. We've been out to lunch today. Will be our third date in a row. Shh! Don't tell anyone. Is it fun?
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's a good time. Especially don't tell Megan, guys. She'll be jelly. Okie dokie, time for the Happy Mail giveaway. We missed our tutorial in our vlog last week, so I just put together a little present that I hope you'll like, and I, at random, selected a Happy Mail winner. We have a little key fob, and there is a tutorial for this on sewspire.com. Just search key fob or key ring, and you will find that. If you truly can't find it, email us, and we'll send you the direct link. So I have a beautiful key fob there. And then to match kind of that purple was my color theme. There's just about a yard of fabric. They're kind of odd cuts, but they all go together. So I am hoping our lucky winner, Betty Tanner, loves the color purple. Congratulations, Betty. I'm going to send you an email. If you'll reply to that, we will pop your little Happy Mail prize in the mail to you, and I hope it's enjoyed. How can they sign up for Happy Mail if they haven't done so yet?
Yes, so if you haven't done so yet, you can either access it through our newsletter or on the website too. The newsletter is posted. We have a bright colored button that says join the Happy Mail list. So you can click that as well, or just go to the main website and you're going to see a link for Happy Mail too. And
the drawing is just completely random. Sometimes Ashley chooses it, sometimes I choose it. So it's just the luck of the draw. But I kind of do feel like whoever is meant to win it will win it. That's just me. Okay, so I put out a couple feelers on social media. I think I might have started last night, but definitely this morning, about the studio tour that we're going to offer you today, because I have been able to change and organize and refine this space since I posted the last tour. I am really, really pleased with how this space is coming together. We have a blast in here.
Yeah, we do.
And the day goes how fast?
Pretty quick.
Like we blink. I make her a long list of things to do. Sometimes we finish, sometimes we don't, and it's time for her to go. So I want to show you around the space, but some things, let me tell you, that people were very curious about. And these are really our facets that I tried to work into the design of this studio, but I have always tried to work into all of my studios. And that is function, like where you cut, where you sew, where you lay things out, where you keep the work in progress, completed projects. For me, I have a big shipping facet to my company. Then I have a lot of computer work and correspondence, so that was important to me to have that area organized. And then we are still refining and getting ready to launch this workshop series that we're going to bring in, so I have that space as well. And while I'm on the topic of workshop, I didn't have that on the plan, but I do want to let you know, for those of you that are signing up for more information on the workshop series, that is still definitely in the works. We're trying to narrow down the best way to deliver that to you. It's going to be a small group. We'll definitely have limited space available for that, so everybody who's on the list will get advance notice before I put that out there to the general public, because I want you all to have priority. And I want to try, even though the first go at this will be virtual, I really want to make that an interactive experience. So we are working on some cool things for that, but we took a little delay last week, so hang tight. We're about a week behind on our big plan. So with the studio, the function, almost all of you are curious what I do with the fabric. I think you're going to be underwhelmed in that respect, but who knows, you can let me know, but I'll definitely show you that. Okay, so this is my sewing station, which was a custom built piece, and what we did is, I'll have Ashley show you underneath there, we took an IKEA bookcase and put wheels on that to give it some extra height, and then we put a standard kitchen countertop on that. And what this is the absolute perfect height for me to stand and sew. And the reason why I stand and sew is it basically alleviates all strain on my back, whereas if I were sitting in a chair, it'd be very difficult to keep good posture. So I do stand and sew. If she comes around here the other side, you'll see too, I stand on a yoga mat, and you won't believe how comfortable this is and how much pressure that relieves. So if you happen to sew a lot, and I sew full time, this is a great solution. And then you just want to make sure that you size your work surface to your exact height. Determine what that is, and you'll be sewing happy. So I keep my embroidery machine here. A lot of you had asked about thread. I want to show you, I have one of those traditional thread racks here. We use double stick tape to attach that, and eventually this is going to be extra machine thread, which I only use one kind, one color, the Gutermann, and I'll see if I can get you the color. I think it's CA02776. It's the only kind I use, but I do have, if you remember from previous vlogs, this amazing thread organizer, and that is full of lots of pretty embroidery threads, and I just keep that right there, and it's all within reach. Also in this area I have wire baskets. I have 3 of these, and this is where I keep the fabric that is for my custom orders. And what this does is it allows me to look and verify that the fabric's here, and then when I set up my week on Saturday, I know what I'm sewing and that I do in fact have the fabric on hand. Then I have over here my great Pioneer Woman laundry basket, and that's where I put all the remnants that are left over. And can you believe already we just got rid of these, and I already have quite a few. So keep your eyes on the lookout for some more scrap deals. Remember, the priority boxes went very fast. When this gets a little bit fuller, we'll put some of those together for you. Then right next to this, I keep the ironing board and iron, and that just makes it easy. I can just iron, sew, And then another question we had is where do you keep work in progress? So generally speaking, I don't have a lot of work in progress sitting around because people have waited weeks for me to sew it. So as soon as it's complete, I ship it, and the shipping supplies are under here. But like this bag here, I was waiting for some more input from the customers. So I do have it just sitting here on the ironing board. I'm fortunate with a commercial sewing space that I don't have to worry about kids or pets, and I can leave the unfinished product out. If I did not have a commercial space, I would probably use Rubbermaid bins to keep that product in, to keep it safe and until I could ship that out. Then over here I have my workspace where I handle all the correspondence. This is where I address the shipping labels and such because I don't like to use pens or pencils on the sewing table in case there's any residual, eraser or pencil lead or ink. I just don't take any chances with the fabric and the orders. So I keep admin stuff here, creativity here. Then I do want to show you the ladder for those of you who are new to Sewspire. Last summer, Ashley was devastated, and it was in the old space. I was suffering from a heartbreak. I'm happy to say she's recovered, and this was our project. I just made her start cutting out fabric and decoupaging it to this. I did about half of it, and she did about half of it, and I think we're going to call this our love ladder because it really did. It helped her through a sad time, and I love the ladder. So I have here the art that my daughter Megan painted for me. She is really a very talented artist, and whatever I ask her to paint, she'll paint for me, so that's very cool. So I have this cactus fabric that matches her painting perfect. This was like a skirt for the front of that sewing table when I was at home, but I don't really need a skirt anymore, so I think we'll turn this into some great poofs or pillow covers or something here that we can use as an accent in the studio, so I'm excited about that. Back here is an afghan, a huge afghan that my grandmother, who has since passed, made, and I inherited about a year and a half ago, and that just brings me so much joy to know that my grandma is here with me. My mannequin, so I shoot all my photos against this wall here, and then here are some more premium fabric cuts. These are not spoken for yet, but they're very popular prints that I use for the camera strap covers. So I try to keep them in stock, and that cuts down on the turnaround time. I keep my hardware here too, and everything's just in this tray, so I can move that over to the sewing table or wherever I happen to be working and easily see what I have. So I think I covered that end of it. It's just a pretty little space. This is where I take my naps. And this is my pillow. So yeah, I've reached that stage. If I get tired, I'll just lay down for 20 minutes and get a rest. This is where our new area where we, of course, filmed this morning, and I love how that's coming together. Adore the elephants. Then I hung this up on the door so that when we're recording, we don't have interruptions or anything. But this is one of those huge parachutes that you had as a kid when you would play. And I'm so excited. Isabel doesn't know this is here. And when she comes in, Ashley and I are going to spread it out. We're going to do the parachute game and have her stuffed animal bouncing across the top. So she's going to dig that. Here is one of the spaces that I'm creating for the in-studio sewing workshops. And then that center area where I do the admin and the front island for the sewing, we can also convert so we have room. I think we're going to be able to fit 10 people in to sew. I have 2 sergers over there, 2 machines here. Of course, my good machine. I have another one in the office, and then I have 2 more. So a lot of people, too, will just bring their own machine, so that's exciting. Then back there is a closet that I still have full of stuff. Along this wall here, I keep finished product. It's not necessarily for sale, but it might be sample bags or my own personal bags, but it's all handmade, and I use that for inspiration. Some stuff is brand new, and I'll I'll use it for Happy Mail drawing or free gifts. And then a lot of you asked about the fabric. So you saw where I keep the fabric scraps. Then some of you want to know about cut yardage. And this is where I said you might be unimpressed. So I have this huge tub here, and these are the yardage that I have left. I gave a lot of that away when we did our fabric extravaganza, but I have some yardage there in that bin, and then bigger cuts of fabric in this laundry bin here, and then I have 3 seriously messy scrap bins that I honestly could probably part with, but I'm just not quite ready yet. On the other side of that desk are some bins too that have the truly original Watermelon Wishes remnants in them. They're teeny tiny bits of fabric that I one day hope to make a stunning quilt to keep, but that's on the one day list. Let's see what else we have. This is the office back here, and I have the door so I can close that. The most exciting feature of this space is an inspiration board that we're building. So if you send me a card, I will write back to you, and I'm just trying to collect letters from our community. And I put up other things, you know, of course the elephant is our mascot here at Sewspire. I did splurge and buy Ashley and I a new Keurig, is that how you say it? And so we have our teas and our coffees, and then of course here's Ashley's mug. I use mine all day. She's good. She doesn't consume as much as I do. I have another sewing machine back here. I love working at this desk too. I don't stand and sew at this desk though. I would sit. But I figure I used to sew more in this space when I first opened the studio before it was organized out there, just so I could focus. And I probably will use it a little bit more when Isabel's in here. And I'm trying to, you know, do something intricate. But otherwise, this is just another backup space. It is quieter back here to record the tutorials, so we may play with that as we continue, perhaps for the workshops and things. So I don't think I forgot anything, but if you have any questions, let us know and we can follow up in another video or in the newsletter. And I thank you as always for joining us, and a proper goodbye. The creative genius in me celebrates the creative genius in you. Have a beautiful week, everyone.